Welcome to South First. I'm Anusha Ravi Sood, and you're watching State of Play, our daily roundup of all things politics and policy from the southern part of India. Telangana is bankrupt. I'm not saying this. Telangana's own Chief Minister Revant Reddy seems to believe that the state has hit bankruptcy. His statement that stemmed out of absolute frustration towards protesting state government employees has now snowballed into a controversy, becoming an ammo in the hands of the opposition BRS. But there is some truth to what Chief Minister Revant Reddy says. At least he captured the essence of the debt trap that Telangana is currently in. Let's explore this topic on this episode. Since Telangana was carved out of the erstwhile Andhra Pradesh, the TRS then, now BRS, the Bharat Rashtra Samiti, has been the party in power, except in the recently held assembly elections in 2024 when the people of Telangana voted in favor of the Congress. The vote was clearly an anti BRS vote, an anti incumbency vote. Nearing 1.5 years in office, we have heard several leaders of the incumbent Congress party, right from the chief ministers to his cabinet ministers and national leaders of the party, speak about how the new regime is going to bring in a new prosperous period for Telangana. But at this time, Chief Minister Revant Reddy chooses to say that the state is bankrupt. The Chief Minister was at a public event when he said these things, and I quote: "No financial institution is willing to extend loans to us. Lenders treat us like criminals trying to deceive them. Even in Delhi, we are looked upon with suspicion. Even if you slash me, I won't be able to generate additional revenue for the state. If you want, come and cut me up and eat me." These statements were being made by an emotionally charged Revant Reddy in response to protests by several employees' unions. Although he did not name anybody, his remarks or comments were clearly aimed at the Telangana State Road Transport Corporation employees whose union at least has announced to go on a strike from 7th of May. Their demands are quite simple. They want to be enrolled as part of the government and be treated like full time government employees. What enraged Chief Minister Revant Reddy, it seems, is a comment made by union leaders of Telangana Transport Corporation who said they will wage a war against his government, outlining the challenges that he is facing as the Chief Minister in a state that is bankrupt. And according to Revant Reddy, the entire blame, the sole blame of this bankruptcy or the fiscal mess that Telangana is in lies solely with the previous BRS government led by K. Chandrasekhar Rao. Revant Reddy said that the state government is paying nearly 7,000 crore rupees every month just in installments and interest. He actually made a comparison. He insisted that during the formation of Telangana in 2014, this debt or installment repayment interest schedule was just about 500 to 600 crores every month. Elaborating on how difficult it is to manage Telangana's finances while putting the entire blame on the previous BRS government for landing the state in this fiscal mess, Revant Reddy insisted that the government is receiving, or its revenue receipts stand at just about 18,500 crore rupees every month, but the government requires 22,500 crore rupees per month to fulfill all its existing commitments. He basically wanted to let protesting employees know that the government already has its hands full and there really is no way for them to expand or accommodate any more requests. In his attempt to put the ball in the court of these protesting employees, Telangana Chief Minister Revant Reddy even asked them what is it that they want him to do to raise additional funds or raise additional resources. Where should he find these additional resources to fulfill their demands from? He asked if they should double the price of petrol or rice or any other essential commodities, even as he insisted that the state is bankrupt. A statement that no matter what, no chief minister has ever made. This is an unprecedented statement. No chief minister is ever expected to declare their own state bankrupt. But even as he said that, Revant Reddy insisted that unlike the previous BRS regime, under his government, salaries are being paid on time. There are no issues as far as implementation of their welfare schemes are concerned. Following Revanth Reddy's comment of Telangana being bankrupt, something that no chief minister perhaps has ever said, naturally, the opposition in Telangana, the BRS, held a press conference that was helmed by its working president KTR, who offered a point by point rebuttal to Revanth Reddy while warning him to stay away from criticizing KCR again in the future. KTR pointed to how, at several different intervals, several members of Revanth Reddy's cabinet have given different numbers when it comes to debt of Telangana. While he was trying to point to the contradiction, what is a matter of fact is that Telangana is going through a huge fiscal crisis. Let me quote you some numbers from the very recently presented state budget for 2025-26. About 35% of the budget for 2025-26 in Telangana has been allocated to implement welfare schemes in the state. That's about 1,04,329 crore rupees. Of the 1,04,000 crore rupees that have been earmarked just for social welfare, social security schemes, Congress's own guarantees that were promised right before the Telangana Assembly elections are going to cost 56,084 crore rupees. The big question now is, will Telangana's government really be able to raise the resources to fulfill all of these commitments? And this question is legitimate given what has happened in the previous fiscal year. Last fiscal, that is 2024-25, Telangana projected receipts of 2,90,914 crore rupees. However, the state's actual receipts stood at 2,66,708 crore, a drop of nearly 8%, a huge drop in what was expected versus what was ultimately received by the state as revenue or resources. If that was about Telangana not being able to meet its targets as far as receipts are concerned last year, and if the trend continues this year, the issue or the concern is going to be much larger. The next part is about the bigger challenge, the elephant in the room, the large, huge burden of liabilities that Telangana has. Going back to numbers from the budget 2025-26 for the state, Telangana's cumulative debt is projected to reach 5,04,814 crore rupees this year, which is 26.1% of the state's gross domestic product. This is not an overnight syndrome. Telangana's debt issue did not happen in a jiffy. Year on year, liabilities have been piling up on Telangana. Consider these numbers. In 2022-23, Telangana's total liability stood at 3,54,466 crore rupees, making it 27% of the GSDP. In 23-24, the same liabilities stood at 4,03,664 crore rupees, making it 27.6% of the GSDP. And in the previous fiscal, that is 24-25, the total liabilities of Telangana stood at 4,51,203 crore rupees, making it 28% of the GSDP. Even the Finance Commission insists that the state's liabilities debt burden should not cross 30% of the GSDP. There are several states, like for example Karnataka, that has implemented its own Fiscal Responsibility Act, which mandates that the state's liabilities should not increase 25% of the GSDP. For the year 25-26 in Telangana, public debt repayment alone is estimated at 20,127 crore rupees. This is in addition to burden from the previous loans. So while one can definitely understand Revanth Reddy's frustration when it comes to demands of more accommodation, more allocation, and raising more resources, one should also acknowledge the fact that it is the responsibility of the government to fulfill a commitment that they have made. As far as these social welfare promises are made, it was the Congress's guarantees that drove the party's entire political campaign or election campaign forward. Several people in the state chose to shift their vote from the BRS in favor of the Congress, not just because of an anti incumbency factor against the BRS, but also because the Congress was promising to do better, do well, and ensure implementation of social welfare schemes. Several of these schemes aimed at the very concept of universal basic income. After winning an election on the back of these promises, the state government cannot simply turn around and say we have to allocate a huge sum of our resources to these guarantees and hence other request demands cannot be accommodated. Telangana Chief Minister Revanth Reddy's statement that the state is bankrupt comes at a time when he himself has been representing the state in various countries, whether it is at different business forums, the World Economic Forum at Davos at least twice, ever since he has taken charge as the Chief Minister of the state, to invest, to bring investments to the state, to attract investors, to instill confidence in them that Telangana is the go to place for any new investments. So there can be job creation, there can be manufacturing units, industrial units set up in the state. But when the chief minister himself in a public platform ends up deeming the state bankrupt, it does not instill the kind of confidence that investors are looking for. Politics apart, the perception of his statement isn't doing him any favors, especially considering his government is still recuperating from the backlash it received from the mishandling of the University of Hyderabad land issue. Ever since he has taken charge as the chief minister, Revanth Reddy has been attempting to leave a mark. Unlike others in the field, he has never been a minister. His very first stint has been as the chief minister. Whether it was his brainchild, Hydra, whether it is the push that is now being given to host Miss World in Hyderabad, very rightly, the BRS has also raised questions about how the chief minister says the state is bankrupt but does not mind spending money through the tourism department in an attempt to boost tourism to hold a Miss World contest or rather host the Miss World event in Telangana. Revanth Reddy has been continuously attempting to make an image or create a perception of being a tall leader, a decisive leader, hoping to achieve the status of a mass leader. Several of his statements and actions have often backfired. Whether there will be more statements to counter or rather control the damage that has emanated out of the chief minister calling his own state bankrupt, or whether the Revanth Reddy government will actually put in place an action plan to pull Telangana out of this debt trap remains to be seen. Until we come to you with yet another topic on State of Play, do stay tuned to South First. Thank you for watching.